Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Catropolis again, and welcome back to another Disney Pixar diecast car presentation. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Marco Axelbender from the first Cars movie. This is the lenticular eye version of him that I found loose on eBay for about $11 plus an extra $6 shipping. So that's just under $20. But he was supposed to arrive 3 days ago, but unfortunately there was like a delay in the postal service for whatever reason. So he ended up arriving on Thursday, which was yesterday. So better late than never. So here is Marco. His role in the movie is that he is a Piston Cup security officer at the Los Angeles International Speedway. And when I say lenticular eyes, I mean his eyes change. I mean, take a look at that. You can see his eyes moving. Because he was lenticular eyes, he was only released in a 3-pack with a lenticular eyes Richard Clayton Kensington and Fred. Remember that 3-pack that was released in 2010? Way back when? And that was like 14 years ago, so literally this car is 14 years old. The reason why I chose to buy him loose is just to save money, because a lot of cars that are new in the packaging are very expensive, and just for financial reasons I rather save up money and not blow my dollar bills. You know what I'm talking about. So he's got a plastic mouth plate because he was made in 2010, or he was released in 2010. There is a regular version of him that was released in a deluxe case in 2010. That's when he first debuted. He and Richard Clayton debuted back in 2010, but the lenticular eyes versions of them only were released in that 3-pack with Fred. So, you can see, so his eyes are definitely a plastic insert. You could definitely feel that this is a lenticular. Remember when they used to do the eye changers or the lenticular eyes cars way back when? The lenticular eyes, they first debuted in 2009 and only lasted till like 2010, 2011. And then they might have done like a reintroduction of lenticular eyes in like 2013, but I'm not exactly sure. And that's when, and then 2013, either that or 2011 is when they stopped doing that. It was fun while it lasted. So I mean, from this perspective, you can see Richard, I was going to say Richard Clayton. I'm like, wait, that's not Richard. That's Marco Axelbender. So you can see Marco looking to his right. And he kind of looks almost like Garrett Taylor. You know, one of the palace guards in Cars 2. I mean, both Michael Engine and Garrett Taylor and Marco Axelbender and Richard Clayton Kensington have a lot in common. They are security guards and they have black paint jobs. Well, the difference is that Marco and Richard are Piston Cup security officers who are black and white, and they have markings. Whereas Garrett Taylor and Michael Engine in the second Cars movie, they are palace guards in the United Kingdom, and they are solid black paint job. So here you can see he's got a mouth plate. Yeah, he's got a mouth plate here. You can still see the crack right there in the front that separates from the metal body. Really don't care for that. And he's got some like minor paint scratches and chips, but because he was used, expected. But I am going to give him a little repairs. Here's the back. It's got the license plate. See if we can zoom in here. It says 32592. I'm not sure if that's the same plate number as Richard Clayton, but they're basically the same cars. So I will be comparing him with Richard Clayton, which is this guy right here. They are the same cars literally, except that they are two different characters and they have different facial expressions. I mean, my Richard Clayton Kensington, he has solid eyes, like most of my cars. Whereas Marco, he's lenticular eyes. I was really hoping I could find like a normal version of Marco Axelbender, but he's very expensive and hard to find, so this is the last resort, so it's why I bought the lenticular eyes version. But no matter what, he is still the same Marco Axelbender as you've seen before. Unfortunately for my Richard Clayton, his license plate, the paint on his license plate chipped off, so I had to redo that. So he has no digits on his plate now. Marco now does. And because both of them were made in China, they obviously have Chinese factory date stamps, which is harder to identify. Thailand ones I can identify easier. While Marco's mouth plate is a plastic piece, Richard Clayton's is a full unibody, because my Richard Clayton Kensington, I bought him in a single deluxe case in 2015, because I think 2013 is when Mattel stopped doing the plastic mouth plates for most cars these days. There are still some who still do have the mouth plates, but still really don't care about the mouth plates, but it is what it is. Mattel just does what they want, and there's nothing I can do about it. And because I have Marlin Clutches McKay, I now have the entire Piston Cup security team. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, if you have both the regular versions of Marco and Richard, and then get the lenticular eyes version in that Fred 3-pack, and then the Thailand versions of Marlin Clutches McKay, the China version, and the one with the lenticular eyes, then you could have like an army of security officers guarding your racetrack. So these are definitely some good army builders here. Well, so I guess this wraps up this review. So thank you guys for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button, so this way you never miss new content that I upload on my channel. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in future upcoming videos.